Hey guys, it's Andrea with No Bugs Given, and it's gonna be a new savings challenge. I'm gonna show you guys. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. All right, so um, I'm just like I don't know where to start with this one. I'm a little like nervous. But hello, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. I know that GB was very patiently waiting for today. I had let her know that I was gonna post a video on Tuesday showing the new savings challenge that I had made that was heavily inspired by GB. And so I'm just here to show what the new savings challenge set is gonna be. So it all started a long time ago. No, I'm just kidding. It started, I think there was like a time when GB had made a post saying that to give her a funny prompt of what a funny savings challenge would be. And so I remember people had posted like really funny answers. And the only thing I can think of was like mind your business. And if you guys have watched any of her videos, you know that that is something that she says, not necessarily all the time, but she'll say it sometime. And I think that's like the funniest thing. Like if she's like doing her cash budgeting and she's like, mind your business. And so she got a good cackle out of that one. And recently she had just received a lovely gift of a new black cash tray and a dice tower. And so I told her all she needed next was just the mind your business savings challenge. And she was like, make it. I offered to like be like, I can make it if you like. And she's like, yes, please. And so with the green light from GB to make something inspired by her lovely catchphrase, I went ahead and made a mind your business savings challenge set. It's so funny to say, but this is the mind your business savings challenge set. It's pretty similar to the Spring Has Sprung, but I just made a couple of changes. And so this is going to be the front page, and this was my favorite icon to use for the front, like, dashboard page, because I felt like she was like the most sassiest, like unbothered, don't care, but just just the vibe. And so this is the front page, so I'm just going to kind of go through these. And so this is the front, and this is the savings tracker. I normally don't use these too much whenever I do my savings challenges because I like to track with each individual savings challenge. But if you would like to just kind of do a like whole amount of every time that you save with this challenge and just have a running total, this will be for you. So it includes a savings tracker. And then these are going to be, ooh man, it's pretty much almost the same to Spring Has Sprung, but just a couple of little tweaks. So I'm just going to have that over to the side, and then I'll just have these kind of sprawled out. So the first one is going to be this is more or less like the sections 1 through 6 in the Spring Has Sprung, but this one is just going to be changed to roll the dice and save the price. So this one you use whatever die that you want, and then you just save the amount in each of the circles. So this will be nice. I think I'll be using a D4 for this one because I'm very much favoring the D4 right now. And this is just a little miss with her little black cat. And then this one is going to be another save 100, but instead I just put got a 5. And so I really like the save 100 challenge that I have with the Spring Has Sprung, so I wanted to bring that over for the Mind Your Business set. And so yeah, this is just an easy save of 5 every time, and once you have all the icons filled out, you would have saved $100. And look at, isn't she just so pretty? Like all these like women on these challenges are just so pretty, and I really liked the way how the designs came out. I was really, this was a lot of fun to make. So I don't know, just so pretty. Just love the aesthetic, and it kind of gives me like a little bit of the vibes of Simply Chic. If you checked out me playing out with that savings challenge, kind of gives me a little bit of that vibe as well. The next one is going to be a color and save. So for this one, you can put the cost per letter or per word. And it was so hard for me to find a quote that wasn't like too sassy. I mean, I know that there's like different levels to sassy, but the ones that I saw were like pretty saucy. And so saucy and sassy. And this was the most tame-ish one that I could find, but it's basically saying, you do you, I'm doing this for me. And I was almost going to put you do you, boo-boo, but I I feel like that would have been maybe too much, but you know, if I need to update it, GB, let me know. But it just says, you do you. I'm doing this for me, and you can save whatever amount for either the word or the letter, and then you have that much saved for it. The next is going to be the coin counter. Save, you change. So with the Spring Has Sprung set, I really like the idea of saving my change and just having it on its own little individual tracker. And so instead of having the 3 individual ones that I have, you know, gonna show in a bit, I just have one just to save your change if you'd like. And this also could work for those that they have coins as for like their currency as far as like $1 or $2 denominations. And so if you want to be able to have a challenge to also use to save with your change, if you want to put it like in a little piggy bank, or I put mine in a I put mine in like one of the zipper envelopes, you can do that as well. So this is just a coin counter, save your change. Next one is going to be no IOU for me. This is a catch all save all, so if you want to avoid an IOU, by all means this is for you. And this is again just in case if you want to like press your luck with the savings challenges, and then if you are okay with IOUs, I also include 2 IOU slips. So if you have an option, you can either press your luck and get an IOU or not have an IOU at all. And so there's a couple options there, so I'll put these 2 right there. And then the last one is going to be a personal goal. So this is a 30-day challenge. You can have this set up for however way you want. You can have it for if you want to save $1 a day, $2 a day, or what I'm going to try and do this is right now, because I'm in book club and I have a pretty hefty book that I have to read. My challenge is that I want to set an allotted amount of time each day to read the book. It's a little bit of a different genre that I'm used to, and so this little tracker, it will help me just see how well I did as far as reading goes within a month. And you can have a dollar amount associated with it, or you can just track it just to see your progress. And so I'm contemplating how much I want to put for this. I might just do $1 every day, but either way, this is a personalized 30-day challenge for you to do whatever you would like. So these are going to be, I guess, like, you know, the 6 sections that you can save with, or, you know, I'm going to show like kind of like the versatility of what you could do with this, because I've gotten a lot of inspiration from other channels that I've saved with the Spring Has Sprung set, and so I think I like the idea of like you making it work for your budget. The next is going to be the search and save. So for this one, it's going to be the 3 trackers, and you'll also have the I think it was how many I think this one comes with 24 cards. So this is going to have all the cards with the certain dollar amount on it. So you'll just pull a card at random, and then you save the dollar amount. And then once you pull out the card, you're going to go to that tracker that it belongs to, and then just check it off that you have saved it. And so these are going to be the 3 trackers for it as well. And for this one I believe saves a little over $100. It might be like 105, like a little over $105. So this is like a pretty good, you know, amount that you can save. And the highest number that you'll have with the cards is an 8. And so it's really good for low income. And if you want to like be spicy, and if you want to, you know, pull a card and then use a dice to like multiply it or add on with it, by all means. I didn't make any spicy cards for this one. I'm still kind of like on the fence of if I would use them, but if that's something that you guys might be interested in, please let me know. The next is going to be just a simple savings challenge. It's going to be, you can allot however much you want for each of the icons, and you get a set of 3 with 3 different little scenes of, you know, you have piano, you have a couple chairs and a chessboard, and then a table with also a chessboard. And so this is just, you know, easy peasy. This can also work if you don't want to use the IOU one. You can use this to be, you know, to also catch any IOUs. Or if you want to press your luck and save more than just 5 for each of them, you can do that as well. So this is really, you know, kind of open for you to do almost anything that you want with it. And then, oops, sorry for the shake. The next one is going to be, I know that a lot of fans out there of the Savings Challenge community are really enjoying the minis, and so I also included the minis that I did like with the Spring Has Sprung set. And so you got 6 minis for you to save with, and yeah, you can do however dollar amount that you want for it, or if you want to you know, I like the way how Greta used it. So she kind of used these as like cards to go to the certain sections, and so I like that idea as well. But I think what I'll probably use these as is just, you know, say whatever I want. Probably use the D6 or the D4 depending on how, you know, spicy I'm feeling or how brave I'm feeling that day. So then you can also get the minis. And then of course, if you would also like to continue on with the vibe and the aesthetic, I also made prop bills. So for these prop bills, these are going to be a little bit different than the ones I'm going to post. I wanted to make the prop bills good for any type of currency. So for mine, my personal ones, I put the dollar, but for the ones that I'll post on my Ko-fi, those will just have the actual like amount on it. So if it's a 10, it'll have just 10. If it's a 20, it'll have 20, so on and so forth. So these are just a few of the prop notes. I have the 25, I have 50 cent, and then I have a fully funded one. And then I also have 1, 2, and 5 as denominations. But for me, with just how I do my budgeting, I'm okay with just doing, you know, the 10s, 20s, and 50s. So that'll be exciting. Ooh, and then I might probably print up the fully funded one if I finish one, you know, relatively early. But this is, you know, pretty much everything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up my binder and kind of show you guys what you can do with your, you know, savings challenge and how you want to set it up. I really enjoyed making this one for GB, and you know, and she was like one of the first ones to really encourage me in making a channel to begin with. And then also she's just been so giving with all the stuff she's given for Build a Farm and with Build a Bank and other stuff that I have purchased from her. And you know, I just really appreciated her generosity. So GB, if you're listening, thank you so much, girly. Okay, and I have my prop bills. I'll get a separate envelope for it later, but yeah, it's just so pretty. I just love the black and white vibes and all the girlies with their curly hair and the wavy hair, and they're just also pretty and unbothered. That's my favorite thing about it, is that they're unbothered. They look unbothered. So now it's time to decide what I want to start off with. I definitely want to stay with the save 100, and I do like the roll the dice. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just keep those two. No, you know what, I need to keep the 30-day challenge because that one's gonna come up. So I'll keep the Got 5 and personal goals. So I'll start off with these two, and then I'll just kind of rotate them out once I'm done with them. And then these ones I'll just save for another day. And then the search and save, I don't think it really matters which one I pick, so, but I'm gonna make it matter because I want to pick one. Let me pick the one with this hat. So what I'll do is I'll go through these to make sure that I have all the correct cards for it, and then there'll be that. And then this one, I can just kind of keep it for, you know, what do I want to do with this one? I can do this one for like maybe $1 each. So let me go ahead and do that. And I'll start off with this one with the 2 chairs. That one's really pretty. So there'll be that. And then let me pick 2 of these that I can work with. I'll start off with these girlies. And so what I'll do is I'll just kind of keep these off to the side. And so this will be my binder just in the meantime. And I feel like for me, this will be a little bit less intimidating. I love my Spring Has Sprung set. There's a lot in there. And I know that I'm not going to get it done before the end of the season. But at least with this, I can just finish a couple of the challenges at a time while still having the different variety to make it work for my budget. And then I'll see what I have saved, and then I'll just replenish it as I finish each thing. So this is kind of what I was saying about as far as you can make it work for your own budget. So if you are more of a minis girly, you can do the minis. If you like more of the you can do whatever you want or say whatever you want, you have these kind of say what you as you please one. If you like search and saves, you can just do the search and saves. And then if you like the variety of different challenges, you can pick which one, you know, that you like the most. So that is it, friends. I am so excited. I was like, again, like low-key nervous about sharing it. But if there's anything that you like, please let me know. I'm really curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are on the challenges. And you know, as far as like me sharing like the personal goal, mine is just to see how many hours I can get in with reading for book club. And then if you do decide to save along with this one, and if you do have the personal goal and you don't want to share it, guess what? You don't have to share it, and everybody else can mind your business. I feel like I'm gonna be. This is probably the type of videos where I'll probably be the most sassy. If you know me, you know, outside of like YouTube world, I am a fairly sassy person, and I just like take it down so many notches for the sake of not driving anyone insane with my sass. But yeah, thank you so much, GB, for letting me, you know, have fun with this. And I hope you guys like the challenges. And I'll be saving with this one in for like my Simply Saturdays. I'll just call it a Mind Your Business Day. So I'm hoping that the first video that I'll post with this one will be on Saturday. If everything goes, you know, normally, I guess, for the week. But thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. And don't forget to drink your water and mind your business. Okay, bye.